to Iceland, the land of myths and dreams.
Magical, mystical.
Land of geysers and hot springs.
Geothermal energy.
Volcanic eruptions.
Home of the Vikings.
No, not the Vikings.
No, not the Vikings. The Vikings have been cancelled. They actually did some bad things.
No, they were not cool.
But tonight, Iceland will be the home of the European Film Awards.
It's like the Oscars, but all the films are foreign.
Are you prepared for a night to remember?
Or maybe a night food to forget?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Good evening, Europe.
Welcome to Reykjavík, people of Europe.
Welcome to Harpa Concert Hall.
And welcome to the 35th European Film Awards.
We are your hosts for this evening. You might not know us, but we're actually quite famous.
In Iceland.
Yes. This gentleman here is Hugleikur Dagsson. And if you want to remember his name, it sounds a lot like the lyrics to Who Let the Dogs Out.
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out.
That's very, very funny. And with me is Ilmur Kristjánsdóttir. And if you'd like to pronounce her name correctly, you should give up now, because it's impossible.
As you can probably guess from our adorable accent and our trendy clothes.
And the bottomless darkness of our souls.
Yes, we are Icelandic. Because the awards are being held, like we said many times before, in Iceland. Iceland in December.
Yes, when it's not only cold and dark, but also expensive. Yes.
Yes.
Us Icelanders, we find comfort in our sense of humor.
Yes. In Iceland, we never feel alone because we're all...
Related.
No, Europeans.
European.
We're all Europeans.
Because no matter how far away we are, no matter the state of our economy, we will never feel alone because we are a part of Europe.
Yes. Being a part of Europe makes you feel like you're a part of a giant family, full of strange and silly people.
Silly, silly people. We are as many as we are different, as sensitive as we are strong, as united as we are diverse. Yes, if Europe could be described in one word, it would be unity and culture.
That's 2 words. Technically 3 words.
Okay, then just culture. I meant culture because culture unites us.
Yes, and tonight it's all about culture. Tonight we're here to celebrate European cinema in all its fabulous and sensational,
heartbreaking and hilarious,
truthful and terrible,
artistic and just weird-ass glory.
Let us have a look at this year's nominees and let the celebration commence. Us Icelanders, we are special people.
I'm special.
Yes, you're very special. Yes, we are all very special, and that's why we've come up with a special way of introducing the nominees. We want to give the voice to you, the European people. People of Europe.
The people of Europe. Well, the people of Europe that live in Reykjavík.
Yes.
We went all over Reykjavík to find the most dedicated film fans and asked them to tell us what they thought about the nominations.
To lead us to the first audience group, please welcome from Spain, actor Carlos Arreces.
Did you know that in Iceland they have one swimming pool for every 1,000 people? And for every 1,000 people, there are 7 hot tubs. Amazing. So, of course, our first stop traveling the city is one of Reykjavík's many swimming pools, where you get to know Dory's friends, or as I like to call them, amigos del Dory. We gave them the nominated short films to look, and let's find out what they thought of them.
Við erum vinir Dóra og stundum okkar meðlisæðingar fynda vikunar þessi hópur sem hérna í pottinu. Kom hérna, hérna. 1, 2, 3, 4 og 5.
Sjöta yfirmyndir ei lungerða stíf. Hínir að þefir slóvenskar ömmur og þeirra kynlíf. Hínir og bræður allir sefir.
Моя такая мачкина, почему мой брат се посестри, а та паршу хишу. Мама голяма унамижно. Мама я паучкимава. Да я тут типу.
Granny's Sexual Lives. Það ömmur að segja frá kynlífi á fyrir hluta 20. aldar, allt mjög stránt. Þær voru svolítið nánast eins og heimilistæki, voru einn húsbóndans.
Sem sýnir tíðaranda þess þótt ekkert óeðlilegur. Konur stundu ekki kynlíf.
Það var ekki þeirra eitthvað að hafa drána í allt þetta.
Þetta svona mynd feðga, þeir eru að framleiða ís og afhenda og svo kemur hlýnun jarðar. Ást föðurins á syninu, hún gríðarlega flott og sterk mynd einhvern veginn, faðmast mikið og já, það mjög flott og svakalega. Meiningi með myndinni, hlýnun jarðar ekki bara eitthvað.
Já, eitthvað fyrir fram til barsins.
Já, akkurat.
Þeir kunna örugglega ekkert annað og eru bara upp á einhverjum íshjalli.
Já, kunna ekki annað að búa til ís og svo það veit enginn eins og eftir einhver eksam hvað það að búa til ís.
Ahoj, Dianko. Jsem už dlouho pryč. Strašně mi chybíš a chtěl bych už být s váma.
Milý tati, děkuji ti za všechny tvé dopisy, které jsi mi napsal. Když jsem je teď po 15 letech znovu objevila, překvapilo mě a dojalo, kolik v nich je lásky.
Þetta unglingsstúlka sem að reyna að ná viðurkenningu og ást frá föður. En það reynist svolítið erfitt því að hann eiginlega búinn að afneita fjölskyldunni. Af því að hún stúlka en ekki drengur. Hann átti síðan dreng með annarri konu og þá stúlkan ekki drengurinn í myndinni. Og hún að reyna að keppast við að ná samband við hann. Og það tekst.
Nunca será Belino?
Né.
Você tem que ser Tekma?
Tekma.
Teknomamma snýst dreng sem á móður sem vinnur við ræstingar og hann að hjálpa henni en samt
ekki og hún vill aldrei láta fá okkur peninga sem hann á og hann leitar þá í teknóið og virðist njóta sín þar innan fleiri.
Og þess vegna hann alltaf að reyna að fara til Berlínar og fara í þennan teknóheim þar og losna úr þessum ræstingaheimi sem hann í með mömmu sinni.
Já.
Det är så med tid.
Ha.
Halvkolen.
Gerne.
هذا كتابك أخلصه نفترض أن هي مساحة الشغل.
Þessi mynd frá Sómalíu, hún fjallar ungan pilt sem á að fara að leiða fyrir aftöku. Mér finnst að sjá svo mikið, hann barn bara. Þetta bara barn. Hann að leita foreldrunum, koma þeir og hugga mig.
Það líka svo mörg svona tilgangsleysi eins og þessi miklu tími sem fyrir þessar læknisskoðun, hlustaður, tekið honum blóðpröfur og allir fjandinn og þá fara að skjóta hann.
Mér finnst allar þessar myndir einhvern veginn hafa mjög sterkan boðskap. Þessar myndir allar, það segja ótrúlega sögur.
So, European short... Sorry. Yes. Yes, it's me. Oh, you finally found my luggage. No hurry. Okay. Sorry. European Short Film 2022, it's...
Granny's Sexual Life.
Directed by Orskat Jukic and Emily Peter. Thank you. For you.
Wow, my heart is racing like crazy. Thank you very much. I'm really grateful. This is especially great because many more people will be able to see this film, and it's so important that a lot of people see this film. And this is the best gift for us, definitely. And definitely we want to help all the people that collaborated in the film because this is also for them. They put a lot of themselves in, and also our families because they supported us in all the difficult moments. So thank you very much to everyone. Emily, you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you so much. This film is so important for me. So I'm not the best to speak, but I prefer to use my colored pencil. But thank you, merci beaucoup.
We have now given out one award, and we have heard one acceptance speech.
And a fine speech it was.
Indeed.
Nevertheless, we want to talk a little bit about award show etiquette.
For example, when doing your speech, take as long as time as you need. You know, we're not going anywhere, and yeah, I mean, it's a misunderstanding that speeches are too long.
There's no such thing as a too long speech. Let's try to make this show last as long as possible. Who needs after parties?
Exactly. When me and Hulli were preparing, we hope this night will never end.
I don't want to go home.
No.
thank everyone you can think of, and I mean everyone.
Yes, be inclusive. When thanking your mother, also thank your mother's cat for keeping her company while you were making your film.
Yeah, and if you have to thank God, then you will also have to thank the devil.
Which leads us to our next category, European Director.
And who is better to present the Director's Award than the actors who acted for the directors, who directed their acting in the films that they acted in by the directors?
Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, the actor who acted in the films the directors directed, please welcome Iden Dambrin.
Vicky Krieps.
Vicky Krieps. Yeah, Lorenzo Sorsolo.
Zar Amir Ebrahimi.
Aurelia Petit.
And Zlatko Bluric.
Dear Lucas, this is still a bit surreal for me. The last 2 years have been so exciting. I will never forget how we first met. Lucas and I first met on a train. You were sitting next to me and you started presenting yourself. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit scared at the beginning because you never know who's talking to you on the train. Be careful. So, after this, you asked me if I want to do a casting for a new movie, and I almost screamed yes in the train. During your movie, you passionately explored this world with the whole team and with me, finding the right gestures, the perfect looks, and the terrible silence. The result was wonderful. I am so happy and proud to be part of Close. Thank you so much.
Je me commence un peu saturé avec les études. Je compte voyager pendant 1 an. Je compte faire un petit tour du monde, voilà, avec ma copine. J'aime beaucoup. Ils sont de terre. Et voilà, passer par l'Est et puis aller jusqu'en Australie.
Mm-hmm.
Je suis désolée. Non.
Me? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I have a cold. I don't hear so well, but I will do my best. It's true. Also, Marie, liebe Marie, mit deiner Erlaubnis werde ich jetzt nicht über dich als Regisseur reden, sondern als Mensch. I will speak about you as a human being. Because I think it's so important. And I think you are one of the few people I know who gets it. And who sees the world and feels the world for what it is. Because the world is in a lot of pain and confusion. And this is not always easy for you. But you found a way to turn the pain into something beautiful by telling stories and making movies. You are a very brave woman, and I think this is the way we can find to heal those old wounds and these destructive patterns and all the pain that our world has been in and is in. And this to me is more important than talking about you and your wonderful ways as a director, which I think everyone can tell by your film. I respect you deeply, and I'm very proud to say that you're my friend.
Eine Puste wie mit 20.
Auf dich, mein Schatz. Alles Gute zum Geburtstag.
Jerzy Skolimowski for EO. So Jerzy, you are a director and an artist full of generosity and humanity. And with EO, with your creative vision, you show us the world through the eyes of a donkey. And creating a story full of humanity, about all of us, about human nature, that speaks to the heart of all of us. The story is extraordinarily moving and extraordinarily touching, and makes us all reflect. So, grazie Jerzy, thank you maestro.
Mangiato chili e chili di carne, centinaia.
Yeah, what to say after this long, long, long journey? I'm just suffering from Ali Abbasi. You know what? Ali Abbasi is a mad serial killer. Killer of fear. Killer of hypocrisy. Mad for freedom. Mad for respect of women. Mad for cinema. And he will scare you until every woman and every artist can live freely in this world. We love him because he's crazy and brave, and those are virtues that make the greatest movies.
نجوم
پولمولم داری؟
پولمولم دارم یا
Almost there.
Alice, when I first met you in the subway in Paris, line 9, I was struck by your personality. Your knowledge, your sensitivity, your strength is mind-blowing. Your film stands next to the most beautiful ones, those which stay with us. Hey, here we are. For a lifetime. Long life to you, Alice, and so many beautiful films to come.
Monsieur l'huissier, faites entrer l'accusé.
Je m'appelle Laurence Colli. Je suis née le 15 mars 1980 à Dakar, au Sénégal.
Pourquoi vous ne vous rendez pas à l'hôpital?
Je sais pas, j'étais dans un trou noir. Je voyais personne.
C'est l'histoire, mesdames et messieurs les jurés, d'une femme fantôme. Une femme que personne ne voit.
I always remember the sound of the gong. Ruben has this Tibetan gong, and we were warned that it would be many takes for each scene, and there were many. But before last take, always came the sound of Ruben's gong. And this sound says, it's now. It's now. Dig it out, your last power. And be concentrated. Focus 100%. Be concentrated on the present time. And this sound of gong, it lasts longer than the film set. I can still hear it. And I think we should listen to this echo of Ruben's gong. Yeah?
You work on commission?
Yeah, but you can make more if you have your own boat.
3,000 euros. Come on, you're crazy.
And my girlfriend is expensive.
But you invest in your girlfriend?
Yeah? Ah.
You should do it the other way around. Invest in business, buy a boat, and girl comes to you.
Yeah?
Please welcome the director of Kovati's Aida, last year's winner, Jasmila Zvanic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was so beautiful to listen to actors saying such beautiful words about their director. That's a most important and essential relationship. Europe is so happy, lucky that has so many wonderful directors. And let's find out who is the winner of this year. Ooh, it's really sealed. Wow. I'm so sorry. Top secret. Is it a secret? Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness.
Zlatko, thank you for a beautiful, beautiful speech. He always have this fantastic energy. I love you, Zlatko. Thanks to all my fellow nominee colleagues. I'm really, really happy to be here tonight. I'm happy to be in Reykjavík. I'm happy to be here with, I'm happy to be here with Erik Hemmendorf, a producer I worked with for 20 years. Vicky de Berlin, that plays the sheep stew in Triangle of Sadness. Filippo Bar, we have been working since 2008. Fantastic to be here with you. Sunny Melles, thank you so much for your great vomiting performance. I really, really want to thank the whole ensemble for getting this prize now. And I want to also thank Harris Dickinson and Charles Bedin. It's a very sad thing that happened in October that Charles Bedin passed away. So I want to dedicate this prize to Charles Bedin. And please try to have a look on the film, concentrate on her performance. It's worth to pay legacy to her performance. Thank you so much.
Well, this is going well. We have handed out awards and people have accepted them.
But award shows are about more than just awards. And now, more awards.
No, actually, just nominees. Because the awards for this category will be handed out later.
Yes, of course. That's simple and obvious and not confusing at all. It is time for Lux, the European Audience Film Award. This prize is a collaboration between the European Parliament and the European Film Academy in partnership with the European Commission and Europa Cinemas. It's European.
Definitely. All Europeans can help and decide on the European winner of this European award. 5 films have been nominated and will be screened all across the continent in the coming months. You are invited to watch them, show your love for European film, and rate the nominees.
The winner will then be celebrated in June 2023 in the European Parliament in Strasbourg.
The 5 nominees will be introduced throughout this evening. Let's have a look at the first one.
Pinyol, què et porta per aquí?
Hola, buenas tardes.
Pinyol.
Hola. No, res, mira, que l'altre dia m'està parlant amb el Rogelio sobre los parques solars, ja que veniu, pues ho explico. I, bueno, jo he estat pensant que una forma de poder-vos ajudar en tot això de que no marxeu de les terres i així, pues, seria important el manteniment de les plaques, els vostres marits, ja que són de confiança i tal, pues m'agradaria que fossin ells. Vosaltres ja sabeu que els plàstics no donen, i això seria treballar menys per guanyar més.
T'enganxaràs els dits en les plaques, Pinyol.
Bueno,
No ho sé,
ja
no ho crec.
parlaré amb el Quimet i amb el
Parleu
Cisco
i
i a
me
veure
diu
què
alguna
diuen.
cosa. Ah, d'acord?
Vale.
Molt bé, gràcies.
Gràcies.
Vinga, adéu.
Adéu.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next presenters. Representing the board of the European Film Academy, German actors Nina Hoss and Icelandic filmmaker Baltasar Kormákur.
It takes a lot of excellency to create the perfect film experience that so many people take for granted.
And they should.
Well, yeah, when you put it like that. So, this is why our Excellency Awards winners in cinematography, editing, production design, costume design, makeup, hair, original score, sound and visual effects were chosen by a specialist jury from 8 countries.
We announced the winners 2 weeks ago, and they make sure their films are rich, rewarding rides. So let's honor those responsible for the nuance, the detail, and the distinction.
The approach to this film was a delicate balance of it being a POV film, a film from the girl's perspective, but also to keep it simple and sort of economical in the film language.
Burning Days is about a young prosecutor who is newly appointed to a small town hit by a water crisis and political scandals. Throughout his clash with the system, the film paints a portrait of a society that is plagued by corruption, paranoia, populism, and homophobia.
Such a narration opened up space to editing in manipulating the tension and depicting the psychological situation of the protagonist.
Production for Belfast began in June 2020. The nation and the film industry were emerging tentatively from the lockdown of March that year, and another shutdown was expected in the autumn. Therefore, we had a very narrow window in which to make the movie. The design aim was to build in record time a plausible period world, embracing at its centre those fond memories of a working-class family home living in troubled times.
I was keen to make the costumes look believable to the period and their characters. Ken also mentioned during prep that he would ideally like the film to be black and white. With that in mind, I chose designs for knitwear and fabrics with interesting raised patterns to give depth to the black and white format.
You're coming back, aren't you, Daddy?
All Quiet on the Western Front is a movie about the First World War, and it is a movie about the end of it. For me, of course, supporting the actors on their way through the story was very important. Showing the coldness, the tiredness, different dirts, mud, wounds, blood, and scars.
An equally powerful and also a bit surreal experience was to watch a 70-people symphony orchestra, Sinfonia Varsovia, recording a piece of music for a 5-minute scene in which we see only a donkey.
We had to give the sound a role which was to some extent opposite to the images, because in the underground environment, light doesn't exist, while sound is present. What you can hear is already there, and instead what you see reveals itself only when light illuminates it. The image is a perpetual discovery, and sound can allow you to imagine what you can't behold.
The visual effects were quite an unusual challenge on this project because they simply had to be invisible. So after reading the script, it was very clear that there was really only one mission for us, and that was to support the acting, storytelling, and to transport the audience into the time period and trenches of World War I. And we couldn't distract.
And with us here tonight are
European Cinematography 2022 for Kate McCulloch for The Quiet Girl. I'm going to steal one of yours. Ah! Thank you. All the best. Congratulations.
European Editing 2022, Özcan Vartar and Eitan Ipeker for Burning Days.
European Production Design 2022, Jim Clay for Belfast.
European Costume Design 2022, Charlotte Walter for Belfast.
European Makeup and Hair 2022, Heike Merker for All Quiet on the Western Front.
European Original Score 2022, Pavel Mikiatin for EO.
European Sound 22, Simone Olivero, Paolo Benvenuti, Benny Adria, Marco Saita, Ansgar Frerich und Florian Holzner for The Hall.
European Visual Effects 2022, Frank Petzel, Victor Müller and Markus Frank for All Quiet on the Western Front.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the Excellence Award.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next presenter. From Spain, singer and actress Jede.
Hola, buenas noches. Hola, do you hear me? Hola, buenas noches. I'm so excited to present the European Discovery Award, Prix Fripresi. This prize is bestowed on first-time filmmakers giving a voice to young artists in European cinema who are taking their initial steps with an abundance of passion, talent, and passion. I said that already, okay? I'm a little bit drunk. It's cold, so I need a drink. So I start again. Okay, so this prize is bestowed on first-time filmmakers giving a voice to young artists in European cinema who are taking their initial steps with abundance of ambition, passion, and talent. The same goes, of course, for artists in other fields. This is why we went to the Iceland University of the Arts, and had a set of international students watch nominated films.
107 mothers. En una prisión, mujeres son encarceladas y forzadas a poner sus niños por adopción. Es una película muy guapísima, pero al igual tiempo es una película muy triste, porque es muy difícil ver mujeres y madres en una situación como esa.
Осужденная Бойко, 115 7 лет. Все в порядке? Да. Нет, ты можешь не вести ничего.
Love According to Dalva. Filmen handler om en 12-årig pige, som tror, hun er en voksen kvinde. Hovedtemaet i filmen er kærlighed efter misbrug, men også barndom og venskab. Filmen gjorde mig ukomfortabel, men håbefuld.
On t'a retiré de chez ton père parce qu'on était très inquiets.
Et pourquoi?
Tu t'es fait belle.
J'ai essayé. Je suis une femme.
T'es pas encore une femme, Dalva. T'es une jeune fille.
Tu veux fumer?
Other People. Puolalainen Other People on rap-musikaali luokkaongelmista, jossa jokainen ihminen hakee omaan helvettiinsä vastausta päihteistä. Elokuvan tunnelma on synkkä ja toivoton. Tämän teoksen jälkeen mulla oli tyhjä, mutta vakuuttunut olo.
Babą jakąś perfumami.
Pierdolisz, Anecie. Co ja na Pawła ci kupiłem? Żeby nie było, że znów jakiś przepał.
Lepiej powiedz, co z pracy.
Kurwa, mama! Mówiłem, lipa.
Gówno tam nagrasz ty i twoja płyta.
Pamfir. Lühidalt film rääkis loo salakaubaveost, aga palju tõsisemal toonil hoopis perekonnavahelistest suhetest. Ja kõik küsimused, millega peategelane vastastikku seisis, tekitasid minus täpselt samu moraaliküsimusi.
Stop! А що ти тут зробив?
Хотів би ти лишився вдома лавки.
Знову контрабанда. Я порушив. Вибач. Синок, ти маєш світлу голову. Чимось інакшим можеш в житті займатися.
Small Body. Filmen handlar om en kvinna som får veta att hennes dödfödda barn kommer att hamna i limbo. Hon tar med sig liket på en resa för att hitta någon som är villig att döpa den lilla kroppen.
Una ficha. Dove la sei?
Ti te puoi aiutarmi?
Lena accesa, dopo che svei potenna sui morti.
Sonne. Myndin fjallar sem sagt 3 unglingsstelpur í Austurríki sem að taka upp myndband af sér að dansa með hijabi á svolítið ögrandi máta og setja þetta á samfélagsmiðla og verða í kjölfarið því mjög vel þekktar.
Nagellack schminken.
Ja, aber du weißt, dass
du
ich
machst dich
Nagellack
lustig
aufgebe.
über unsere Kultur und unsere Religion. Du machst dich lustig über meine Anziehsachen, die ich zum Beten anziehe. Wieso machst du das?
The European Discovery Award, oh fuck my nails, Free Fresh 2022 goes to
Small Body.
I wasn't expecting it, so I'm crying. Sorry for that. I'm so happy about it. I want to thank, first of all, my amazing producers, which are here with me, 2 on 3. So Nadia Trevisan, Thomas Lambert, and Daniel Ocevar, who is missing at the moment, but he's here with me. I clap to you. And I know this is a really harsh movie, but I think that Agatha and Lince, so the main characters, experience something which is very, very precious, which is sisterhood. So I wouldn't be here tonight in front of you without all the sisters that I have in life. And I want to dedicate this prize to them, this award to them, starting with Celeste Cescuti and Ondina Quadri, so Agatha and Lince in the film, and followed by all my amazing female gangs, so Giulia Ometto, Giulia Mari, Martina Sciolis, Carolina Stera, Giorgia Kakovic, Eleonora Galimberti, Laura Bacco, e Letizia Di Martino. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, but I want to share it with them. And especially with my blood sister, who is standing here among you, Cristina Coda. Ti voglio un sacco di bene e questo per te. Thank you. Thank you so much. Can I have you?
Our next award is a new award, Prix Film for Climate, the Sustainability Award. And who would be better to speak about the urgency of saving the future of the planet than young people?
Why are we always pushing the responsibility on young people? What about old people? Why aren't old people doing anything?
You're right. Young people should be partying, but instead they have to clean up old people mess by saving the planet.
Yes. Old people should have done something years ago when they were young people partying. What about middle-aged people?
Middle-aged people, let's leave middle-aged people out of this.
All right.
And to present the award, we have 3 young Europeans, 2 members of the European Film Club, joined by a young Icelandic activist.
Please welcome to the stage Raluca from Romania, Ahmad from Sweden, and Vilhjálmur from Iceland.
As young people, we want change, and faster change, towards a more sustainable future. Nobody is immune. No sector can duck its responsibility, including this one, the film industry.
We love watching European films, but we want to know that they're helping the planet, not contributing to its downfall.
It's tempting to think it's not my problem. The next person can solve it. But we are next. Our generation. We are watching and we are hoping for positive change.
Therefore, the first Sustainability Award, Prix Film for Climate, is given to the European Commission for its Green Deal.
The Green Deal affects everybody in Europe. For the film industry, it includes the hint that if you want to get future funding, you'll have to take sustainability seriously. Otherwise, it will be difficult to get support. Which is a good start, right?
But it's not good enough. We hope more steps are going to be taken, and next year this award eventually goes to a film production. The award is an Icelandic birch that will be planted in the European film forest near Reykjavík.
So, without further ado, let's acknowledge the European Commission for moving Europe forward.
The first Sustainability Award, Prix Film for Climate,
goes to the European Commission, presented by its President Ursula von der Leyen.
Dear Raluca, Ahmad, and Vilhjálmur, dear young Europeans and film lovers, thank you so much. And thanks to the European Film Academy and the jury. What an honor and what a powerful message you are sending with this award. Indeed, movies can really pull at your heartstrings. They can make you laugh and cry. They can turn the spotlight on an important issue. They can make people embrace a cause, and that's exactly what our planet needs right now. We all need to take action for our climate. And that is the basic idea behind the European Green Deal. Yes, the European Union can show the way. We've set targets and goals. We're investing massively in the transition from fossil fuels to clean energy. But governments can only do so much. We need every person, every community, and every industry to change. And let me tell you that I'm so glad that the European film industry is taking this commitment so seriously. Because you have the power to change hearts and minds. And you can make people see that everyone can make a difference for our planet. I would like to dedicate this prize to all filmmakers that will bring our climate conscience one step forward. Thank you so much again. Long live Europe and long live European cinema.
Okay, Ursula von der Leyen's message was recorded yesterday, but will play today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please give one more round of applause for Raluca, Ahmed and Vilhjálmur.
Nasıl Avcı Bey?
Korkutucu gerçekten.
Ama güzeldi.
Hakim Hanım, size bir şey danışacağım. Belediye başkanı sürekli yemeğe çağırıyor. Ben de sürekli bir bahane buluyorum.
Burası küçük bir yer Emre Bey. Böyle şeyler doğal karşılanır, merak etmeyin.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next presenters are the director of the European Film Academy, Matthijs Wouter-Knoll, and the director of Euryimage, Susan Newman-Bode.
Europe is stronger together. When one of us is in peril, we join forces and help where we can.
The war in Ukraine has shattered much of the work done in the past decade to build up its flourishing film culture. Many Ukrainian films are currently traveling the world, and some are nominated for this year's European Film Awards. These films make Ukraine visible. They also remind us of the necessity to ensure films from Ukraine can continue to be made, no matter what. Tonight, we honor not only producers who have played a key role in this in the past, we want to say we are working on ways to help continue their work.
After Europe had woken up to the war in Ukraine in February, the European Film Academy mobilized emergency support within the International Coalition for Filmmakers at Risk, together with our partners at ITFA and the Festival of Rotterdam. But it's important to look into the future as well. What will happen in the coming years, and what will happen if we don't find solutions to support European producers heavily affected by war and other catastrophes in Ukraine or elsewhere? This year, this award for outstanding producers is a reminder of that necessity.
To underline this, the Euryimage Co-Production Award is this year given not to one producer, but to all producers of Ukraine. Some of them are present here, and some are able to be with us online. Let's listen to 5 producers we invited to give us an insight into their current situation.
Hello, my name is Daria Basil.
Hello, my name is Denis Ivanov. I am Ukrainian producer.
I am a producer from Ukraine. I live and work in Kiev.
My name is Yulia Sienkiewicz, and I am a producer from Kiev, Ukraine.
My name is Igor Olesov. I'm a producer from Kiev.
My name is Volodymyr Yatsenko, and as you can see, I am a producer from Ukraine.
Now the streets are deserted because we have a missile attack again on Ukraine, and most of the buildings in the area are cut off of the electricity. There is a blackout. However, we are keeping going with our passion, with our projects that we are doing.
Because of the Russian invasion, my duties has changed, and beginning from the March of this year, I'm joining the armed forces of Ukraine. Simultaneously, I try to finish my films which stay in the post-production stage.
I believe in Ukrainian films because behind them are a lot of fantastic professional filmmakers and creative people.
They just need a little bit of support, a little bit of belief, and
cinema also can be a very strong weapon to fight with the darkness.
Believe in us, trust us, because now we are on the front line defending not only our history, not only our culture and films, we are defending European values and the future of European films as well.
So I do believe that Ukrainian cinema will survive.
We want not only to survive, but also to develop.
Go to cinemas and watch good films.
The Eurimage Co-Production Award 2022 goes to the producers of Ukraine.
Accepting the award on their behalf are Academy members Daria Basil and Julia Sienkiewicz.
Thank you very much, Eurimage. Thank you very much, European Film Academy. And thank you very much, Reykjavík, for making us feel so welcome from the moment we arrived and we saw so many Ukrainian flags around us. We appreciate it a lot. It's a great honor to represent all Ukrainian producers here and to receive this award during turbulent and tragic times Ukraine is going through. We wouldn't be standing on this stage if not for the war Russia started, at least not this year. And we wouldn't be standing here physically if it was not for the resistance of our nation, not thanks to the courage of our colleagues
who put aside their films and simply gone to the front line. And if not for the support and solidarity of the international and European film community.
The greatest film of all time, Dziga Viertov's Man with a Movie Camera, was made in Ukraine. It is not usually mentioned in film history courses around the world, and you would wonder why. This is because its identity was stolen. Just like today, our national identity and the identity of our culture and cinema is under the threat of being destroyed and stolen. Man with a Movie Camera begins with these words. This film has been made with the aim of creating an authentic, international, and universal language of cinema. And this is what all of us are doing today with our work.
And with this thought in mind, we'd like to hand this trophy to the Film Museum of the Dovzhenka National Center in Kiev, the only film archive in Ukraine, where works by our great masters, such as Alexander Dovzhenka, Sergei Parajanov, Kira Muratova, and others, are being preserved. We insist that the necessary steps to ensure the legal status of the Dovzhenka Center as the Ukrainian state's official film archive should be taken, as this is the right way to preserve Ukraine's heritage of the moving image. The unique nature of our filmmaking tradition comes together with our nationality, when in cruel, tragic, and challenging times, the creative spirit of our people arises. Inspired by our history, legends, traditions, and reality, and puts enormous efforts in preserving it with great dignity. Today, most of us have a mission to do something we never thought we would do, to preserve our heritage from disappearing, to fight, perhaps more than ever, for our own identity, to create new senses and to rediscover human values.
The support that Ukrainian filmmakers have received over the last 9 months from the European film community has been very strong and came the moment after the first Russian missile hit our territory. In many cases, it was thanks to this support that we were able to continue doing what we can do the best, making films, document the reality we happen to be in, and not to give up our dreams and hopes. Nowadays, every award is first of all an expression of support and respect for all Ukrainians who defend their values and therefore the values of Europe. But we also accept this award as a symbol of the strong position that Ukrainian cinema holds in European culture, and as a confirmation that we will continue to join our forces together to protect Ukraine's filmmaking. This is the best example of co-production, real essence and spirit of it.
We are proud of what we have been able to achieve, and we know that we have a future again, despite of all odds, and thanks to all of us and all of you. Thank you so much. Slava Ukraini!
Slava Ukraini!
Ladies and gentlemen, our next category will be presented by two actors, Albrecht Schuch and Dali Ben Salah.
Good evening, Albrecht.
Good evening, Dali, and good evening, everyone. These are the nominees for European Screenwriter 2022.
Carla Simon and Arnaud Villaro for Alcaraz. In your script, based on own experiences, you give us an intricate, intimate picture of an extended family fighting to keep its century-old peach orchard. In the middle of their struggle, you find these moments of beauty, warmth, and fun. It's a deeply pleasing ode to family in changing times.
The atmosphere is heated. The farmers prepare to stand their ground, shout, pick rolling fruit up off the ground, and throw it against the glass doors. The television cameras record the moment. In the crowd, Roger and Kimet, side by side, throw fruit. Kimet looks shyly at his son and smiles. Firecrackers continue to explode.
It's Kenneth Branagh's birthday today, everyone. Can you hear us, Kenneth? Yeah, there he is. We hope you have a lovely evening.
Thank you. Hi, Reykjavík.
Cheers. Back to Belfast. This is a personal, private memory of life during the Troubles. Political forces remain in the background mostly, yet still they threaten to tear Buddy's family apart in this tender, engaging story set in Belfast, 1969.
Ma on her knees at the window looking out. Buddy and Will are still under the table in the kitchen. Cut to, the rioters push the car. They sprint away from the vehicle. A massive explosion. The car erupts into flames. Cut to, the window rattles. Cut to, the explosion sends debris and light across the street. Cut to, Buddy curled into a ball under the table, his face listening to the new silence and the fear fade to black.
Lucas Dont and Aniello Taysens for close. If you want. Your script is special in so many ways. It's big on the small things, like Leo and Remy being boys, Leo spooked by silly comments, Remy unable to express his feelings, and then you pull the catastrophe from the end to the halfway mark, leaving Leo and us to cope with Remy's action.
Interior, doctor's office, day. Leo's arm is put in a plaster cast. He lets the male nurse wrap the bandage around his arm. He's clearly swallowing the pain. The nurse looks at him, briefly stops wrapping the bandage around.
Does it pen?
Leo shakes his head. What he kept pent up for so long comes out now. He starts crying.
Ali Abbasi and his collaborator for Holy Spider. This haunting story makes its point via subverting genre conventions. The murderer is revealed early. The journalist finds him with little effort. The killer's arrest marks a beginning, not an end. And so, a dark thriller blends into a gloomy character study of an entire nation.
We see a small mirror on the wall, in the corner of a dirty, cramped kitchen. In the mirror, we see the reflection of Somaye in her 20s, as she combs her wet hair. Somaye inspects a couple of blue marks and bruises on her skinny body and takes a puff of her cigarette. She puts on a bra in a strong color.
Materialist madness rules supreme in Ruben Östlund's script for Triangle of Sadness. Make no mistake, given the chances, even the cleaning lady turns opportunist in this wild and wicked look at the ills of capitalism. It's sad and funny, and we know it's also very true.
The chief stewardess knocks and waits, but no one opens the doors. Chief stewardess.
Thomas?
Still nothing. She knocks a third time and jiggles the door handle.
Thomas, hello?
An elderly couple come down the hallway and the chief stewardess immediately flashes them a smile.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
European Screenwriter 2022 is have to say it was a pleasure, mate. I enjoyed this moment.
Likewise, dude, likewise.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Short but intense. But I know I was a bit, because I'm stressed and whatever.
Sure. We're on troubles here on stage. My heart is racing. Can I hug you?
Yeah,
sorry.
Safe travel.
You too.
Take your time. I get it.
European Screenwriter 2022 is
Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness.
Okay, thanks again, everybody. I'm very, very proud. Thank you to Lucas, Abassi, everybody. I'm sure that you're going to win a lot of these in the future. But tonight, it's Triangle of Sadness night. I spend hours and hours of doing improvisations when I'm trying to work on the script. So I use improvisations as a part of the script writing. And I've been doing improvisations with, once again, Vicky de Berlin, hey! Zlatko Buric, Sunny Melles, of course, Erik Hemmendorf, and hours of conversation with Philippe Aubert, and definitely with my wife, Sina Östlund. We'd easily have done 10,000 of hours on talking about the script. So a big thanks to all of you. Thank you.
Mais mange pas, c'est pas grave, mange pas. Si elle va le vendre, elle mange pas, c'est pas grave. Enfin.
Waarom weent je?
Ik heb het. Hé. Dis-moi. Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? C'est quoi? Je vais faire un jus de citron avec de l'eau chaude. Je te jure, ça va te faire du bien. Je te laisse presser.
Voilà.
Voilà. Regarde, dans son verre d'eau.
Bah ouais, mais attends, on fait ça.
Ah.
Comme ça.
Oui.
Allez. Comme ça.
We celebrate European cinema today. We see our inner lives mirrored in so many stories, and we realize that we could be the other. We also are reminded of the fact that our lives here are so temporary and so fragile. In the past year, we lost many of those who have been such an important part of creating European cinema. As a community of people loving European film, we won't let them go unmentioned. We remember their names, their work, the people they were. We want to say thank you to our colleagues and friends. You're gone, yet not forgotten. Accompanied by the melodies of Skuli Sverrisson and Olaf Arnalds, let's remember our fellow Europeans. And for that, I'd like to ask everybody to rise from your seats for a moment of remembrance.
So
We thank you. We thank you for this moment of remembrance.
Now, please welcome to the stage our next presenter, the Chair of the European Film Academy, Mr. Mike Downey.
Hello, good evening. And this year, especially in the run-up to Christmas, it gives me enormous pleasure to announce that the European Film Academy Award for Achievement in World Cinema goes to a very special man. Yes, the man from Nazareth. No, not that one. The other one. The man I'm talking about was born in Nazareth in 1960 into a Palestinian family. By his own admission, he was a school dropout, a street kid who became a bum, but a bum with one important qualification. He was a thinking bum. And whilst his school friends went on to work or study, he made a pilgrimage to New York City, and it was there that he educated himself in literature and cinema. And he started making films. I'm speaking of the unique and wonderful human being and artist extraordinaire that is Elia Suleiman. Here we are today, out here on the edge of Europe, and your films and their conflicts also happen out there on the fringes of Europe. But that's exactly why they're so very central to us, because they're informed by your life, by that of a wandering Palestinian in Israel who's witnessed his hometown become a ghetto. And we all know what I mean by that. We also know where you stand on that. But you're not a political flag waver or a militant director. You use another weapon. It's called humor. And humor is a very serious business. And it's not just serious, it's difficult. It's difficult to do well. But difficult as it is, Elia, you have managed to create a cinematic language that is entirely your own, an instantly recognizable style that is totally original, inventive, singular, and funny. And at the same time, it has a purity and an integrity that is deadly and potently serious. Often your semi-biographical impassive observer is just that, impassive and observing. But your deadpan humor brings those stories to life. You've been compared to Buster Keaton and Jacques Tati, but I know you only caught up with them after you started making your films. Your frames turn into tableau, like paintings coming alive. Images once seen, never forgotten. Hilarious visual feasts, and a simple invitation to be joyful of the act of simply watching a movie. Amidst the noise and madness of it all, your alter ego rarely speaks, creating a pleasurable, if perplexing, resonance of silence. But then there's also the burlesque, there's also the musicality, there's also the choreography, the deep melancholy, and the absurd sense of humor. Palestinian statelessness and displacement through deadpan slapstick. Eventually, all this gives way to tenderness, to love, and to hope, even. You ridicule statehood, politics, and ideologies, but you're so tender with people. At heart, your films are instructions to love your peers and hate those constructions that pit people against each other. And there's even hope that future generations will witness the change that we don't yet see happening. I'll drink to that, sir. And now, let's have a look at some of your small but perfectly formed oeuvre.
vraiment pas.
بالصف طبعا يا لا.
Are you a perfect stranger?
يا سكان الجليل ارموا أسلحتكم وارفعوا الألوية البيضاء.
And the award for European Achievement in World Cinema 2022 goes to the man from Nazareth, Elias Suleiman.
What's this for? Well, thank you, everyone. I have a little confession to make, actually. Is in the correspondence between me and the Academy before I came here when I was in Paris, they had a few things to tell me about schedule. One of the items was if I needed coaching for this thank you speech. And of course, arrogantly, I said, what nonsense is this, I have to say I regret it now. Should have, okay. I mean, so many people, look, I didn't write anything, so I'm just going to say some words. I'm going to be inconsistent. I'm probably going to be awkward and all of that, but I'm going to try. Because normally, I have this kind of silly kind of position that whatever it is I need to say, that it should not be mundane, it should be absolutely sincere. Having said that, this is exactly what I think when I write my scripts. I say to myself, if it's not sincere, I'm not going to make the film. So you can imagine that's why it takes me 7 to 8 years to make a film, because the rest of the years I'm not that sincere. And I know it. And I kind of enjoy it. Having said that, I have to say, I was thinking, what am I going to say for this price? Well, it's going to boost, it's going to expand, it's going to make more elastic, more years to come, where I don't have to do anything and where I don't have to write scripts. I can just put it on my desk and enjoy doing nothing, which I have been doing a very excellent job at for so many years of my life. I'm really good at it. I excel. I love staring at nothing, smoke, drink, and pretend that I'm thinking. You know, having said that, I mean, it's funny. You know, okay, I will not bore you much longer. I will not do I mean, there's so many. I'm going to try to be serious. I know it's not going to work. There's so many people to thank along the way. You know, every film is so much hard time waiting, actually. It's not the work, it's actually the waiting for basically the money to come. And in times of trouble, I was always fortunate to have guardian angels, let's put it that way, not necessarily. There are people who I know and I appreciate for they come in when I need the help. And quite a few of them, actually, even though I'm not terribly generous in my thank you, but quite a few of them are here. I don't know where they are seated, but I'm not going to make a long list. But where is Thanasis? Palace Film, where are you, Thanasis? Thanasis is one of the people who came to rescue me, for example, in my last film, and when it was quite almost dead without money and finance. There's Jovan, who's the director of the Sarajevo Film Festival, who's around here. There's quite a few. Maybe I should give a most credible credit for this of my partner, Yasmin, who's my wife, and who's a composer, singer. And who participates with her music in my films, but who also is my music advisor and also my first script reader. And lately, I have to admit that she has progressively become much more delicate and diplomatic and tender in the way she tells me how to trash the scenes I've written. But it's improving. I thank the Academy. I will go for my seat. I bored you. Thank you so much for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next presenter, Lithuanian actress Ingeborga Dapkūnaitė.
Hello. It is my first time in this wonderful country, and when I told my new Icelandic friend, Arsel Nielsson, that I'm presenting Best Comedy, he told me that Icelanders just love comedy. And not just love. They crave it, they need it, they're desperate for it. Because during winter, there are days that have less than 3 hours of sunshine and more than 4 liters of slush, snow, and rain per half hour, per square meter. They have about 90 words for rain in Icelandic. So we need to give them something to laugh about. And we went to Lithuanian basketball team from Kopavogur called Steel Wolf. We asked them to watch and present the nominated comedies to us.
Sveiki, mes esam Stalur, Pleninis Vilkas, lietuvių krepšinio komanda Islandija.
Sko færði að vera hetja, ofan blóðreisting, klapp á baki og afslátt múlungar. En ég lögg, kann ekkert annað.
Fólk saklaus!
Það engin saklaus í þessum helgi.
Icelandic comedy movie, Top Secret. It's like basically parody
action movie about cops like shooting, car chases, and nothing typical to Iceland. But the twist is like there are two gay cops, they're coming together. Like,
do they know they're both gay?
One of them, yeah, in the beginning is like bisexual, he knows like what he is and he's like perfect life, stuff like that. Other cop is like badass cop, like macho guy with leather jacket and glasses, like...
Who's your favorite character?
Badass cop.
Badass cop.
Who doesn't know who's gay?
The guy with the glasses. Yeah, nice.
T'as eu mon texto? 5h46 ou 5h48? J'ai besoin de parler, moi. Parler? Moi, j'appelle pas ça parler, hein. Monstre, pute, salope.
Arrêtez de nous faire passer pour des fachos. On n'est pas des fachos,
Non,
d'accord?
je disais pas ça pour...
Mon pote, il s'est fait arrêter, il avait un masque de ski dans la poche.
Basically, there was different agendas going on in this movie. You have two guys going to the protests. The lesbian couple, there was bickering, arguing.
Mm-hmm.
She started off first talking shit to her wife. And the wife said, go to sleep, but she woke up to a long paragraph of her talking shit, and it was done. It was bickering, arguing. So you got this one night where everybody's in the hospital trying to stay alive from the corruption of the police with the writers fighting each other. It hit me where it's in real life today. The system is not doing good for the people.
Yeah, not doing justice. Huh?
Yes, yes.
¿Y esas?
Las nuevas. Que no quiere dinero, que quiere su trabajo de vuelta.
Eres un ramos.
Niña de los Urbina, ¿no te acuerdas? La vicaria nueva, Liliana.
Pero, ¿y qué dijiste cuando te enteraste de que era ella? Un mes aquí y te largas a otra empresa, que no te quiero ni ver.
The Good Boss, it's about a guy who's running a scales company. Like he'll pretend to be a good guy, you know, assume he's doing good things, and in the background he'll be doing, you know, bad things. I actually found one good quote. Like there was a guy that came in a Lamborghini, and the worker asked his boss, you know, what tips would you give me? He's like, well, son, if you would, you know, work really hard, try your best, I could get another one next year.
What the heck?
So if you work well for me, I'll get another level.
That's messed up.
All right? Yes? All right? Let's do it. So, European comedy of 2022 is... I need to open. We didn't know.
The Good Boss.
Directed by Fernando León de Aranoa. T-shirts and someone has to take this. Congratulations.
Well, thank you for the prize. Nevertheless, the Good Boss is a drama. It's not a comedy. It's a drama.
It's a mistake.
Yeah, it's a little mistake. It's a drama. Bon, ok. On n'était pas préparé. On croyait que ce serait le film français qui allait gagner, alors. Parce qu'il est un très bon film aussi. Bon, en tout cas, gracias a Fernando por estos 20 y pico de años de trabajo, amistad, etc. Tu padre, esté donde esté, continuará estando orgulloso de ti. Et je suis catalan, alors on est comme les Islandais, on est très sympathique mais très peu connu. No, només vull desitjar a la Carla que li vagi tan bé com a nosaltres amb els propers premis que donaran aquesta nit per al Carràs. Gràcies.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a mistake. We tried to do a serious film, but it didn't work. So I have to say that you have given this award for the best comedy to probably the two most serious people in the room. You see, it was serious. And I want to say thank you very much, dear colleagues, and I feel very proud of being part of this beautiful and talented community. And I want to share this with Patricia de Moons, who's also a producer of the film. I want to share this also with my family, with all of them, but especially with my father. And with every actor in the film, especially with my dear friend Javier Bardem. And to have him around makes things flourish, and I don't mean only films. I think humor is one of the names of intelligence, and I have made this film with the conviction that an artistically ambitious cinema is possible, one who leaves a record of what we are as a society, but with humor, with sharpness, with lightness even, but without giving up to commitment, truth, and poetry. So thank you very much.
Please give a warm welcome to our next presenter, ladies and gentlemen, from Italy, actor Pierfrancesco Favino.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Buonasera a tutti quanti. Tonight, it is my great honor to present the European Film Award for Innovative Storytelling. The prize reflects the changes in the cinematic landscape and the ways we tell our stories. The award goes to a man I admire deeply, a man who's been and is a source of inspiration for us all. A true artist, a giant. His name is Marco Bellocchio. Take your time because a lot could be said about Marco. He's definitely very curious, always searching, always exploring. So much that after more than 50 years of filmmaking, he's finally come up with his first television series. And guess what? It's monumental. Exterior Night tells about an Italian trauma which changed the country forever. The kidnapping and murder of former Prime Minister Aldo Moro in 1978 by the Brigate Rosse, the Red Brigades. But it's much more than a recounting of events. In the first episode, we see the ultra-violent kidnapping, and in the last part, we witness the murder. In between, Marco chooses to focus his tale on several exterior perspectives: Moro's inner party circle, the Pope, a female terrorist, Moro's wife. And of course, Marco never judges or condones or excuses. He's asking questions and is trying to understand. The result is both challenging and very captivating, so much that it is highly recommended not to watch this series while cooking dinner, for example, unless you want your kitchen and dinner to burn down, because I assure you, you will be drawn into this series. So many moments are just breathtaking, as it is the music, the interior design, Francesca Calvelli's editing, every detail, and, of course, the acting. Fabrizio Gifuni, Margherita Bui, Fausto Russolesi and Fabrizio Contri, Daniela Marra, Tony Servillo, and a fantastic ensemble cast. As always, you bring out the best in us, Marco. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at Exterior Night.
Che il Signore sia con te.
Oggi è la nostra responsabilità. Vi ringrazio.
Benché io avessi già fatto un film che mi ha molto coinvolto, mi venne in mente di fare una serie che fosse il controcampo di Buongiorno, cioè su una serie di personaggi che in Buongiorno Notte sono del tutto assenti.
Le brigate rosse esistono e sono qui dentro e sono fuori e sono dappertutto.
I 6 episodi sono scanditi nei 55 giorni che vanno dalla strage all'assassinio.
Cosa c'è di folle nel non voler morire?
Santità, io non sono una donna disperata, non ancora. E neanche rassegnata, no.
Corsini?
It is with great pride, joy, affection and gratitude that I can say the European Award for Innovative Storytelling 2022 goes to the maestro Marco Bellocchio.
Io non ho preparato nulla e parlerò in italiano perché l'italiano è una lingua bellissima. Qui sento solo parlare inglese. E per una volta, ma devo dire pochissime cose.
Però è una traduttrice.
Venga qui, però forse io non ho preparato, ho visto tanti colleghi preparare, fare dei discorsi anche molto complessi, molto profondi. Io non ho preparato nulla. Scusatemi. Sono contento, naturalmente, e grato all'Academy di questo premio proprio perché questa specifica di innovazione creativa, mi pare, che detto a me che sono molto vecchio è una cosa bella perché di solito chi è anziano è meglio che si ritiri. E io vi ringrazio per questo bellissimo premio. Non c'è bisogno di tradurre, non so, c'è bisogno di tradurre. Vuole tradurre?
Dica lei.
Ma io quello che ho detto è molto semplice, non c'è bisogno. Se vuole tradurre.
Well, I basically came here and I'm speaking Italian because it's a beautiful language, isn't it? And I haven't been preparing anything, but I'm really pleased to be here and it's because of innovative storytelling and getting it at my age is quite interesting.
Sì, l'italiano è una bellissima lingua, dovreste impararlo anche voi. Qui parlano solo inglese, d'accordo, l'inglese è come il latino nell'antica Roma, no? Tutti devono sapere il latino, purtroppo è così.
Marco Bellocchio!
No,
aspetta. Wait a minute.
Volevo ringraziare.
I wanted to thank.
Volevo ringraziare. Prima di tutto mia moglie che ha fatto un bellissimo lavoro,
Francesca Calvelli.
Oggi il giovane
The young producer, Simone Gattori.
E poi anche la RAI che ci ha permesso di farlo.
And RAI, who allowed us to make this.
E anche tutta la troupe in cui vorrei citare per tutti il grande Fabrizio Gifuni che ha interpretato...
The crew and I just make a name, Fabrizio Gifuni, that was...
Non posso citarli tutti perché sono tanti.
I can't name them all because they're ensemble cast. But since we're running out of time...
Grazie.
No, prego, dico, visto che siamo... No, possiamo...
Che devo dire?
Basta, andiamo.
Basta.
Però andiamo di là.
Di là. Grazie.
We are now reaching the point in our night where awards will be handed out to actors. We kindly ask you to watch the following public service announcement.
So, you're an actor and you're nominated for an award for being good at acting. You have your speech ready and you know who to thank. But there's one thing you didn't think of. You might not win. In case of not winning, be ready to smile and clap when your name is not called. There are two versions of clapping. The regular humble version, or the intense look at me, I wanted this to happen version.
Yes!
Avoid from over-applauding. Do not hijack the moment. This is not about you. While the winner is accepting the award, smile and nod sincerely. In case of joke, laugh. Do not curse. There are cameras around and people can read lips. If you cannot contain your disappointment, we kindly ask you to excuse yourself and walk calmly towards the nearest exit. Our staff will be waiting in the lobby with pillows for you to scream into. In the after party, please refrain from any bitterness during small talk. Avoid saying things like, awards are meaningless anyway, or I hope they get hit by a bus. When meeting the winner of your category, give them a long hug, but not too long, or give them a firm handshake, but not too firm. Or you can always do that awkward forehead to forehead move. It's weird, but it's better than nothing. Enjoy the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to our next presenters. From Greenland, actress and composer Nugaga Costa Waldau. And from Denmark, actor and producer Nikolaj Costa Waldau.
Good evening, everyone. We are so grateful to be here and extremely honored to be presenting the next two awards.
And these are the nominees for European Actor. Paul Mescal in The Beautifully Textured Aftersun. The story of an 11-year-old girl remembering a package deal holiday trip to Turkey with a loving but troubled father. He's powerful yet fragile, jovial yet haunted, and you, Paul, turn him into such a mesmerizing mystery.
Last night, time for a dance?
I don't dance.
Sophie.
I never ever dance.
Okay, I'm dancing with or without you. I told you, I love to dance.
Dad, stop.
Which is embarrassing.
Eden, don't bring in close. Eden, this is your first role, and it's a sensational performance. Summer is coming to an end in the film, and so is your Leo's friendship to Remy, for reasons neither is able to fathom. The way you play Leo's confusion and grief, that's the stuff acting dreams are made of.
Je veux dormir chez Rémi ce soir. Arrête de rigoler, tu me déconcentres. C'est spécial.
Mais non, c'est bon, juste arrêtez d'en parler, s'il vous plaît. Juste, non, on n'est pas en couple. Sûr. Sûr et certain.
Elliot crosses Hove in Gotland. There's a battle of wills happening inside this elemental epic between a young priest, his grizzled guide, and Icelandic nature. Elliot, you give your priest an intense mask which slowly breaks, revealing doubt, pride, stubbornness, arrogance, and much, much more. It's a beautiful performance.
Jeg er Lukas. Præsten.
An actor totally owning his part, Pier Francesco Favino. You do that in Nostalgia. You play a man who's returned to Naples running into his childhood friend, who's become the chief mobster of the city. Using small gestures and tiny nuances, you absolutely own enigmatic Felice.
No, la camarera non ti ha detto che venivo.
ملي
حبيبتي أنا بشكرك جدا إنك خليتيني أرجع نابولي.
Ma se non l'hai manco toccata, è colpa tua se è successo tutto questo. Tu ti hai mangiato la vita mia.
Zlatko Buric for Triangle of Sadness as the Eastern European fertilizer magnate who's so very unabashed when admitting he's selling shit and making millions. Your performance, Zlatko, is not only roguishly funny, you also add a curious sense of tragedy and multiple layers to the story.
So what do you do?
I sell shit. The problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of other people's money. Margaret Thatcher. The ship is going under.
European Actor 2022 is... Oh, you're fast.
I know. Zlatko Buric in Triangle of Sadness.
Wow, thank you so much. I don't know what to say. My heart is jumping and my thingy. But I'm really happy. And I tried my best for many years, and it's nice to have this now. I feel like, wow, I must not stop. Yeah, it's a good push. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. And I will say the thank for this wonderful group, yeah, in the Triangle of Sadness, where we made the actors and the crew and all these nice people and Ruben and that gave me so much power that that I came to this, you know. And when I think about it, like when you're acting, you know, you have so much feeling in pushes and all these things. When you, it's a long run, and I feel I will say thanks for all my friends when we start to play theater in Yugoslavia and all these films what we do and everything. It's I really believe in the collective work, and I must say thank for my beautiful wife and family and children who support me and were not angry when I were on the long trip. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Zlatko. Let's move straight to the European Actors 2022. And these are the nominees.
Okay, and it's me now. So I will have to look at the papers. This one, it's empty. It's empty. Okay. Oh, thank God. Vicky Krebs for Corsage. Portraying Elizabeth in her middle age, she seems worn out. And Vicky, you give her contradictions, edges, and what joy it is when you walk out on that gathering of men and give them the most well-deserved middle finger in film history.
Dann die Augen, dann in dem richtigen Moment so. So und dann. Mach mich. Alors je peux dire ce que je veux tant que je souris?
Zar Amir Ibrahimi for Holy Spider. Zar. This film is like a sledgehammer, and you are its energy. I'm still feeling the impact of your forceful, intelligent rendition of the modern journalists fighting not only one serial killer, but also a whole society.
یعنی اینجا زندگی میکنن؟
نه آقا اگه اینجا زندگی میکردم که اتاق نمیخواستم. در همین حال عنکبوت قاتل بر مشهد سایه گسترده است. اینا همشون بدبخت و بیپولن، واسه یه قرون پول همه چی امضا میکنن. حالا امروز من فکر کنم من پارانویا دارم؟ نه من میگم بهشون اعتماد ندارم. هنوز تموم نشد.
زنه جور ما خودتون میدادی وسط، برو اون بر.
Leah Sidhu for One Fine Morning. Leah, your Sarah has lots on her plate. She's a single mother. Her father's sharp mind is diminishing. She's unsure whether she deserves the relationship right in front of her. And the inviting intimacy and deceptive delicacy of your work makes it incredibly powerful.
Tu partais te balader, papa? C'est moi, c'est Sandra, ta fille.
Oh, Sandra! Sandra, ma chérie!
Viens. T'es heureux quand même quand t'es avec moi?
Mais tellement. C'est bien ça qui est dramatique.
Et t'assures, hein? C'est une pro? Tu savais que ce serait pas juste un flirt pour moi.
Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers. This is the 8th film you have done with Pedro Almodovar. Once again, astonishing work. The photographer you play in this baby swap drama is both luminous and grounded, sensual and funny. And even when she's at a low, we remain with her at all times.
Pobre, no digas eso. Que todo va a salir bien, ya verás. No estás solita, ¿no? ¿Ana? ¿Eres Ana?
Sí, Yanni, soy yo. ¿Cómo has cambiado? No te había reconocido.
Porque el antropólogo tampoco les ha comparecido, ¿eh?
No. Yo solo me acosté con Arturo.
No soporto que te la lleves.
Meltem Kaptan in Rabie Konaz versus George W. Bush. Meltem, your character's son is wrongly imprisoned in Guantanamo, and yet Rabie's fun, faith, and food hardly ever falter. Over the course of the film, you surprise us again and again with such range and skill. Your performance is stunning.
Es 3 Tage Zeit. 3 Tage. Dann gehe ich nach Polizei. Er ist kein Taliban.
Sie müssen meinem Sohn helfen. Er sitzt im Gefängnis ganz weit weg. Aber ich glaube nicht, dass er was gemacht hat. Sag doch. Letzte Karte von ihm kam vor 2 Jahren. 2 Jahre, verstehen Sie? 24 Stunden an einem Tag.
And European Actress 2022
is
Vicky Krebs in Corsage.
Hello. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared. I don't have a good connection with her words. I want to dedicate this to all the women everywhere in the world that need to be seen and heard, that need to free themselves and heal from these deep, deep wounds that we carry for generations, and that we need to heal in order that man and woman can come together again. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, my children, for doing this with me. And thank you for the prize.
You maybe did not know this, but this evening is the closing event for Month of European Film.
Yes, I did know this. We have been rehearsing this for many weeks. It would be very unprofessional not to know this.
Okay. All right. In 35 countries and in 35 cities, cinemas have screened a lot of European films.
Yes, I know. Here in Reykjavík, our local cinema Bio Paradise had a Spanish night, a German night, and also other nights. And the place was packed every time. But there was much more going on in cinemas all over Europe.
Let's have a look at that.
First event of the month of European film.
Good evening. Доброй вечер. Bonsoir.
Good afternoon.
Καλησπέρα. Goodbye.
We're almost there, and I can feel that most of the tension has left the room.
I can feel it too. So, what do you want to do, Wilmer?
I just want to dance.
Me too. I want to move my body to the rhythm of the night.
Yeah. And I think our wish is about to come true because it's time for some music, and we encourage everyone to stand up, move their bodies a little bit, even if it's just like this or like this.
Yes, especially those who didn't win anything, then people will see how cool and carefree you are, and they will think, hey, what a cool and carefree person. Everything I thought about actors is wrong.
Yeah, it's time for some couscous.
Waiting by the
need to get higher. I need to get higher. I need to get Is this solitude? Is this solitude? Is this solitude? Is this solitude? I need to get higher. Thank you so much.
Stay strong. And try to remind yourself, if everything goes well, at the end of the cruise, you might be getting a very generous tip.
Right on, folks. Our next presenter comes from Bulgaria, and we really love her versatility as an actress. Please welcome on stage Maria Bakalova.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's nominees show the wide range of European animation. There is beautifully drawn biopic, a feisty feminist film, a surreal comedy, a tale of Italian-French people's history with broccoli trees, and a kids' movie about a girl, her pig, and a butcher granddad. They're so unique and so very imaginative. We gave films to a group of Italians who often meet in the gelateria just around the corner. Because in Iceland, you don't take your date out to dinner. You go out, get ice cream, even in the winter, because it's perfect, because it's absolutely never melts.
Ciao a tutti, sono Michele, sono un imprenditore italiano, gestisco 3 gelaterie a Reykjavík, facciamo il vero gelato italiano in Islanda. Oggi ho invitato alcuni amici in gelateria per parlare dei film di animazione che abbiamo visto.
Ho visto questo film animato francese, si chiama Le Petit Nicolas, che parla di questi 2 disegnatori che creano questa storia del piccolo Nicolas che si sviluppa diciamo in modo molto fluido e i colori del film sono pastello e molto gradevole da vedere.
Celui-là. Ah ouais, j'aime bien. Et il a un nom, ce petit garçon? Ben, je pensais à... Les formidables aventures de Nicolas. Tu dirais ça, toi? Enfin, c'est pas trop tôt?
Je sais pas, moi. C'est pourquoi?
Je cherche le titre de l'histoire. Tu sais, avec la...
Ça y est, on va en avoir une?
Oui. Oui, je me suis dit que... Mais oui, attends, c'est très bien, ça.
Io ho visto un film che si chiama My Love Affair with Marriage, che parla di una ragazza che cresce nella Lettonia occupata dai sovietici, a cui viene insegnato sin da piccola che una donna per poter piacere a un uomo deve conformarsi a un'idea sociale di essere pudica e sottomessa.
I'm a girl and I'm weak. Just the thought of hard work makes me meek. I don't carry heavy things. real. No one cares how you feel. All that matters is how you look.
Io ho visto un film francese chiamato No Dogs or Italian Allowed, quindi è stato interessante vedere la prospettiva francese di questa famiglia italiana che abitava sulle Alpi e che ha dovuto trasferirsi in Francia per lavoro perché in Italia c'era fame e non riuscivano a vivere bene.
Nous en avons connu des départs, Luigi et moi. Celui-ci était différent.
Pourquoi ils ont écrit ça, papa?
Pourquoi? C'est parce qu'ils ont peur que les chiens mordent les Italiens, tu comprends? Alors ils nous demandent de pas entrer. Pour ne pas être mordus. Mais nous, les Italiens, on n'a pas peur des chiens. On les aime, les chiens. Allez les enfants, on y va. Nous avons encore un long chemin à faire.
Il film che ho visto è My Neighbor's Neighbors. È un film di satira francese che parla della vita di tutti i giorni in un condominio dove le vite dei vicini, come dice il titolo, si intrecciano in drammi, gioie e pericoli della vita che affrontiamo tutti i giorni.
Mais bien sûr que oui, que les Français sont les couverts de... Ma comment ça, ils ont mis mes jambes? Amabile!
Laisse-moi!
Des vacances qui traversent la plus belle...
L'altro film che ho visto è Oink, un film per bambini, un animation per bambini, e parla di questa bambina e sembra che spinga una vita più sul veganismo. È un film che c'è un po' di cacca ovunque, ma è molto carino.
Dit is Knor. En Knor is het allermooiste verjaardagscadeau dat ik ooit heb gekregen.
Oh, dit wordt een ramp. Nee, dit is al een ramp.
Alsjeblieft.
Oké, maar er komen regels.
Knor, daar, in de moestuin. Oh nee.
Knor, hier. Knor, blijf staan. Blijf staan, Knor.
Oh nee, mijn tuin!
Okay. And European Animated Feature 2022 goes to...
No dogs or Italians allowed.
Alain Olghetto.
Merci bien, je suis... je suis comme vous. Mais je parle pas très bien italien non plus. Je parle que français. Mais je suis très très ému en fait. Voilà, c'est vraiment... C'est un film qui me tenait à cœur. C'est un film sur la famille, sur les migrations. Et au cours de ce film, je me suis aperçu que j'étais un migrant aussi. Et ça m'a réconcilié avec beaucoup de choses. Merci. Merci, merci.
And now, a special appreciation segment for all the European films not nominated this year. From Sweden, Vem kan segla? A black and white film about an old man who screams at boats for 2 hours.
Många hungriga! Många den dör! Aja, baja, Alfonsoberg!
From France, Extrême, a nightmarish horror epic that will literally ruin your life if you watch it.
Qu'est-ce qu'il me fait maintenant?
From Iceland, Beturð, a human drama about 2 sisters who live together and never speak to each other. From Austria, Meine Mutter, der Strudel, a surreal comedy about a woman who turns into a strudel.
Sitz gerade. Du siehst aus wie ein Penner.
Mutter.
Hör auf damit. Lass mich runter. Wag es nicht.
Du wusstest, dass das irgendwann passieren würde, Mutter.
Nein. Oh mein Gott.
And finally, from Great Britain, Oi, Wanker, a bold modern retelling of William Shakespeare's Macbeth, using only 2 words, Oi and Wanker.
Oi! Wanker!
Oi.
Wanker!
Oi. Wanker. Oi, wanker.
Wanker!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next presenter from Ukraine, actress Ivana Sakno.
As a documentary filmmaker, you need a certain set of skills, a passion to tell a true life story of a human condition, great patience and courage, of course. Life itself gives you everything you require. This year's winner will step into the shoes of film like Flea, Collective, and For Sama. We have 5 documentaries in the run, and all of them are powerful and pertinent in their own ways. We gave the films to a group of Polish film enthusiasts and asked them for their opinion. Let's hear them.
Polacy stanowią największą mniejszość narodową na Islandii, więc bardzo często przychodzimy tutaj do Bioparadis, żeby oglądać filmy islandzkie i zagraniczne, ale też polskie i uwielbiamy to miejsce.
A ja mam.
Привет, Крестюш.
Привет.
Как ты, зайчик?
Тут, на востоке Украины, звуки войны все еще громко разносятся в обществе. Жизнь здесь всегда была тяжелой, но война сделала все еще хуже. Теперь за каждой 10-й дверью разбитая семья.
To jest film przedstawiający życie ukraińskich dzieci wychowujących się w domu przejściowym we wschodniej Ukrainie.
Ja go nie mogłam zobaczyć na jeden raz i musiałam go zobaczyć partiami, bo tak płakałam, że bolała mnie głowa.
Wszystko, co słyszymy, jest wypowiedziane przez dzieci i wszystko, co widzimy, to jest realne życie tych dzieciaków, które miały zrujnowane dzieciństwo. Moim zdaniem reżyserowi należą się ogromne ukłony, że dał tym dzieciom głos, bo dzieci są najważniejsze.
Langsam, 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 langsam!
Aha.
Wisst ihr, das Entscheidende ist, wenn du viel am Anfang verkaufen willst, sodass die Zahlen sich überschlagen, dann musst du Werbung machen, dann muss das Internet explodieren von uns.
Na początku trudno było mi się zidentyfikować z tą bohaterką, bo ja się wychowałam w zupełnie innych czasach, kiedy nie było Instagrama, ale z drugiej strony pomyślałam sobie, że nie do końca to były takie inne czasy, bo były też gwiazdy, osoby publiczne, osoby z pierwszych stron gazet czy z telewizji, za których karierami stali rodzice i rodzina.
Dla mnie to jest film o utraconym dzieciństwie na rzecz pracy.
Господь, милосердие, милость Твоя, она обновилась и в это утро для нас.
Да, горячий. Да, это не игрушки, не смех. Это смерть.
Mariupolis to jest film o wojnie na Ukrainie i oglądając ten film, ja czułam, jakbym tam była. Jakbym naprawdę oglądała tę wojnę z bliska, jakby te wszystkie dramatyczne historie dotyczyły mnie.
Z tego, co pamiętam, reżyser był antropologiem, więc czuję tutaj taką próbę jak najbardziej obiektywnego pokazania tego, co się wydarza. Pokazuje wschód słońca, rytmy, które ludzie starają się zachować, mimo tego, że tak naprawdę żyją na linii frontu.
W teatrze wojny.
Proszę zatrzymać. Stop.
No to co, może coś powiedzieć, żeby pan wiedział, jaki dźwięk?
Po co się żyje?
Po co się żyje? Żebym ja to wiedziała.
No i tak krążę po ulicach Warszawy i nie wiem, co sam z sobą zrobić, nie wiem.
Bo szukam bohatera do filmu.
Ale to chyba nie ja.
Cześć!
Film balkonowy, nakręcony na przestrzeni 2 lat z balkonu i wszyscy bohaterowie to były osoby, które przechodziły pod spodem.
Mnie zafascynowały taki, wydaje się, prosty pomysł, bardzo teatralny, ale z kolei współczesny, bo te scenki były jak rolki w social media.
No tak naprawdę ten reżyser jest troszkę jak taki łagodny, życzliwy obserwator.
L'Italia stava andando nella direzione sbagliata. Noi tutti volevamo, io volevo, un rinnovamento al potere.
The imagery of the new fascist era was naked, muscular, phallic. Mussolini said that fascism was an oceanic cry that had been heard around the world. He was right.
March on Rome to dla mnie niepokojący dokument o początkach faszyzmu we Włoszech i odejściu Mussoliniego do władzy.
Przerażające jest to, że ten dokument pokazuje, że w ogóle nie uczymy się z historii.
A co gorsza, niestety te czasy zaczynają wracać.
Ale już tu są.
Gorzki wniosek, ale one tu już są.
Dla mnie takie bardzo uderzające było to, że kolejny raz odurza nas radykalizm prawicowy.
European documentary 2022 is.
Mantas Federavicus
Mariupolis 2. Should I hand the award? Okay.
Obviously, I'm not the director of this film. Thank you so much to the Academy and to the producers who worked so hard to allow this film to come to life. The director of this film, my dad, isn't able to be here today, so I would just like to say how proud of him I am. He lost his life in a kind of selflessness most of us can't hope to achieve, delivering medicine to people. I feel so fortunate to have had someone so brilliant in my life. Thank you again. I'm sure he would have been elated to be here.
É que se fizermos o calendário deste ano consigo, talvez já dê para mandar reparar o telhado.
Devemos bem tratar, um amigo de verdade, tão fiel como a amizade, que podemos cultivar.
Com licença.
Ladies and gentlemen, Our next presenter is the President of the European Film Academy. Please welcome Agnieszka Holland.
Good evening. I'm really happy to see you all here. Now, the European Lifetime Achievement Award is presented to filmmakers in recognition of their contribution to European cinema throughout their careers. It's one of a kind. The first one was given to Swedish filmmaker Ingmar Bergman in 1988. And it was Ingmar Bergman, his film The Seventh Seal, which inspired this year's winner to become a filmmaker. I am speaking here about Margarete von Trotta. Dear friends, dear Margarete, at the European Film Academy, the decision about the recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award is not taken lightly. Awardees need seals of approval. In your case, Margarete, there are many, very many. Let me give you 7. First of all, you are a true European. In post-war Germany, you were sent begging because you were so young and cute. Some years later, in France, you stole books and baguettes to make it through. In the 1980s, in Italy, you fell in love again. To you, borders are there to be overcome, not solidified. You are also a formidable actress. You once said you were lucky to be propelled in the heart of the new wave in Germany. Klaus Lemke, Rainer Werner Fassbinder, and Volker Schlendorf cast you. But somehow I feel, I can say this tonight, that it was you who cast them. And then you did something bizarre in the 1970s, which I can really and totally relate to. You wanted to become a director. In a sea of male domination and ambition, you kicked off your directing career. You survived, and you succeeded. Female artists adored you then. They still do now. Fourth, your films, Katharina Blum, Rosa Luxemburg, Hannah Arendt, to name but a few. These are marvelous films about women trying to intervene in history and change it. So over time, yourself became the kind of the heroine you would have liked. You intervened in history and you changed it with your unique artistic talent and your moral honesty. This is also apparent by your lifelong fight for equality, both in cinema and in life, which continues to this day. Another thing I want to mention is this. Film set used to be, and even continue to be, full of toxic energy. You were never involved in that. You used another weapon to get the best out of people. You forged friendships, which is why your actresses always call you their friend. And finally, the 7th seal of approval is, you believe in beauty. We both, you and I, lived through different, sometimes painful and difficult experiences and changes. So we have a good idea that life is complex and challenging. It is short and hard, but also very beautiful. This beauty is evident in your films. Let's have a look. Thank you, Margarete.
Baal.
Als Schauspielerin habe ich ein paar Filme gemacht und hat der Schlöndorff mich dann entdeckt und habe dabei Fassbinder kennengelernt mit Baal bei dem Film und der hat mich dann auch gleich genommen für seine nächsten Filme und so bin ich in den Filmbereich reingekommen. Der erste Film, der wirklich wie so ein Kulturschock oder ein Kunstschock oder eine Revelation war das 7. Siegel von Ingmar Bergman. Das waren dann schon wirkliche Kunstwerke. Eigentlich wollte ich von Anfang an Regisseurin werden.
Meine liebe Schwester.
Völker können und sollen in Frieden zusammenleben.
Trying to understand is not the same as forgiveness.
Der Film ist erstmal das, was auf einen einwirkt. Und erst hinterher hat es eine Nachwirkung. Ja. Wenn man im Dunkeln sitzt, also wie in der Nacht träumt und dann sieht man auf einmal mit einer Großaufnahme und es ist enorm. Ja, also das wirkt direkt auch aufs Unbewusste.
Hast du den auch umgebracht?
Warum eigentlich den nicht auch?
Die ist auch deine Mutter. Jetzt kapier das doch endlich mal.
Was für mich am Film interessant ist, dass man Dinge aus sich rauslässt, von denen man gar nicht weiß, dass man sie weiß. Ja. Immer wieder merke ich das, wenn ich schreibe oder wenn ich drehe, dass da Sachen, von denen ich mich selber überrasche. Thank you.
Agnieszka was always my old flame, you know? The song, the American song, oh, my old flame. So I'm so happy that I take this award of her hand and that she spoke so lovely about me that now I'm really standing here and I don't know what to... And then I must say, Reykjavík, I'm happy to be here because I was 3 times already here, always with festivals, and I met wonderful people. So to express you how delighted I am to take this award in this city, exactly in this city. Thank you all. When wonderful notice of this award, I looked up the list of the names who had already got this honor, and I discovered, she said it already in a little other way, but I discovered that there were only 2 women directors who had become this honor before me. So, you know, the Academy was created in 1988, so 34 years ago. So you can imagine 3 women now in 34 years. But we are on the way. I think the time of the woman had just started. And you see,
don't worry, we shall overcome.
Yeah, you will overcome. The men will overcome. Yeah, I think so. She already said that my great master and my role model was Ingmar Bergman. And I saw his film The Seventh Seal in Paris when I was 18. And I knew immediately I would like to become a director. For women, it lasts always a long time, but I did it. And now I'm here, and I'm standing here, and that is his fault to Ingmar. So I can't complain that there were only 3 women getting the award, because he was my model. So I can't say nothing against male directors. And so without him, I wouldn't stand here. And therefore, I would remind you some of his words. He said the first evening of the first ceremony of the EFA in Berlin, in the Theater of the West. And he said, "Dear friends, a director is rarely speechless, but I'm terribly moved and don't know what to say." So that's for me the same. Always his model, my model. So yes, that is important. Let's never abandon the shadows of the screen for all this great electronic stuff. Let's never forget the mystery of those 24 frames per second. Let's never betray the magic of our dreams. Long live the cinematographic art. So that's for... That's for Bergman, the applause. Since then, we have abandoned many things and dedicated ourselves to this great stuff. But there is one thing we will never give up, I hope, that's the magic of our dreams. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Yeah, no. Thank you, Agnieszka. Yeah, now I will thank one other woman here. First Agnieszka, and then Bettina Brokamper. She's in the public, and she's my producer for already some films and the next film too. And so, thank you. Thank you all.
Ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, all children of God, regardless of race, gender, age,
yes,
and religion. We're closing in.
This has been quite an evening. We have laughed, we have loved, we have lived.
Many have been awarded, even more have not. But there is one more award to go.
Humans of Europe, to present the final award, European Film of 2022. Please welcome acting legends Halldóra Geirharðsdóttir and Ingvar Sigurðsson.
It's such a pleasure to be here, and it's an honor, real honor, to present the last award.
European films like Landscape in the Mist, Breaking the Waves, All About My Mother, Dancer Than Dark, Amelie, Tony Erdmann, Cold War, the film that is named European Film 2022 will very likely become a European classic.
Let's have our final group of European film lovers. They don't only love to see films, they also have a popular TV show here in Iceland called With Our Own Eyes. Let's have a look.
Aðræð, við segjum bara taka 10 og núna.
Halló, Evrópa.
Hæ, Adri Jákupu.
Ég heiti Steinunn Ása.
Og ég Andri Freyr.
Við erum búin að vera með í þáttunum í okkar augum í 12 ár.
Og næsta ári þá hefst 13. fattaákvöðin.
Það sem þessi þættir gera við brjótum niður múrana, við erum sýnileg og fatlað fólk getur allt það sem það vill.
Já, það er alveg sammálaður. Við erum hérna á Evrópsku kvikmyndaverðlaununum til að veita verðlaun fyrir mynd ársins. Njótið vel.
Takk.
Kvikmyndin Alcaraz fjallar fjölskyldu sem býr á bóndabæ. Í myndinni verið að vinna í því að reka þau af landinu þeirra.
Hvað finnst ykkur að það verið að senda fólk bara úr landinu og þau megi ekki lengur vera...
Ekki gott. Þetta fór flest til að ákveða hvort þau vilja fara eða ekki.
Einmitt og líka semja, sko. Það ætti að fá okkur að sárabæta þessu fyrir garðinn sinn og svona.
Ég held þessi myndi eftir að kenna okkur eitthvað líka.
En ein spurning, haldið að komi framhald?
Það er leiðilegt að myndi enda eitthvað leiðilega. Það hlýtur að vera framhald.
Vonið það.
Það hlýtur að framhald á þessu.
Myndin Close, mér fannst hún mjög góð. Söguþráðurinn æðislegur.
Hvernig var tilfinningin að horfa á hana? Hvernig leið ykkur?
Herru, mér leið mjög vel. Mér fannst þetta að vera svo einlægt. Þetta eru strákar sem sýna vináttina og hvað þeir geta treyst á hvort annan rosalega vel. Ásgeir, hvað finnst þér?
Þegar stelpur til dæmis gista saman og leiðast, þá er það allt í góðu, en þegar strákar gera þá eru þau samkynhneigðir.
Góður punktur, góður punktur. Ég var ekki að segja ykkur eftir því, ég táraði spínu.
Já, ég kann kannski vera að horfa á fyrir bráðum.
Þetta er saga konu sem stjórnað af harðvaldinu og hún virðist ekkert vera nógu ánægð með lífið.
Nei. Hvernig getur hún ánægð þegar henni stjórnaði allt sem hún gerir? Má ekki segja sína skoðun.
Áhrifamikil mynd.
Ég myndi segja að ég tengi rosa mikið við hana.
Ég líka.
Það eru ákveðnir svona, stranga reglur. Þetta var eins og hjá okkur í gamla daga þegar við vorum ekki sýnileg og vorum ekki út í samfélaginu.
Holy Spider gerist á árunum 2000 til 2001. Það er írönsk blaðakona sem fer inn í borg inn í sínu heimalandi til þess að rannsaka raðmorðingja.
Og eins og þú sást að þessi horfði á myndina, þetta var mikið ofbeldi bara strax í byrjunin á myndinni.
Já.
Strax í byrjun, strax í enda.
Og myndin byrjar.
Og þetta var mikið svona, aksjón alla myndina. Þannig að maður fékk alveg bara sting í hjartað.
Já, það var sagt við mig áðan að þetta eru sannsögulegir atburðir.
Já, þetta er alltaf að gerast í alveg allt sem var að gerast í myndinni. Hvað finnst ykkur um það?
Hræðilegt.
Alveg skelfilegt.
Ég er líka svona hugsa um svona hluti.
Táruðustu þið eitthvað?
Já, ég gerði það.
Triangle of Sadness. Ég sá hana tvisvar, sko. Þessi mynd fjallar tvær fyrirsötur, K og Jæja, sem ætla að hafa gott á snekju. Það margir farþegar sem sem hérna. Þannig að einn dryggfelldur Rússi og hana fiskstúlka sem heitir Therese sem segir bara I'm the Volgan fyrir hún að jafna sig eftir heilablóðfall. Þetta sko barátta milli fyrir ríkra og fátækra á snekkunni sko.
Það sem ég ekki með að sjá myndina, en ég giska að það bara ríkt fólk sem á snekju sko. Ekki sammála með það?
Jú.
Og kannski fátækt fólk sem á bara gummiband. Það ekki pínu þannig?
Jú, en líka, að mínu mati, fátækt fólk fljótara betri að bjarga sig en ríka fólki oft. Þetta ekki sem ég hef lasið öðrum myndum.
All right then. Let's reveal the winner. It's exciting. You know why this is very exciting? Because we never know for sure what's in this envelope. The European film 2022 is
Triangle of
and Philip Bobber. Come.
Sorry, I did take this speech class, but it's all gone. You know, thank you to the European Film Academy, and also, like, really thank you, because to you, our colleagues, that you have given us this really beautiful appreciation. You know, I love the idea that we have a European film community, and it has been a starting point for a lot of things in this film. I'm really proud that we have actors from at least, I don't know if it's Sweden, Denmark, France, Austria, South Africa, Greece. And it really means something to us. We really wanted it to be, and we are super proud of it. I want my producing partner here, Philippe Aubert. We decided to share this microphone.
And I think it's not only the casting, and it's also not only the financing that is European, but I think what comes to mind if you look at the films that were nominated and that won tonight is that Europe is the place where cinema originated, and it originated with the filmmakers. So all our industry is built around the filmmakers to support and to distribute their work. And maybe it's a little bit different on the other side of the Atlantic, where first you have the pipeline and then you have to find something to put in the pipeline. So it really, maybe this film is exemplary in the sense that it was from the author, from Ruben's idea, that we collectively wanted to be limitless, to go as far as possible with the script, with the directing, but also to embrace the audience. So it is, we wanted to have an auteur film for the audience.
Yes. Thank you so much. Sorry. I really want to shout out for all the co-producers that is in the room also. And Georgios Heretic Film, where are you? You should come up. Oh, sorry. Okay.
We have another important co-producer who is in the room, Mike Goodrich, stand up. And once again, Ruben Östlund, thank you very much. Thank you for the last 20 years. Keep on making us do the impossible. Philippe Aubert, yeah, it's a wonderful partnership. I'm so happy working with you. And all our, this is the film. What is a film without actors? Huh? Not. Zlata Buric, Sunny Meles, Vicky Berlin, and you, of course. And Iceland. Jesus Christ. I have a new favorite country. I'm so easy to please, but we love you, Reykjavík. Thank you.
People of Europe, we made it!
Yes.
Woo!
It's the end of our lovely night. Let's get all our winners and presenters up on stage so we can wave goodbye to everyone who's watching in our lovely little continent.
Yes. And we'd like to thank everybody. Come on, winners, come up.
Get
thank
over
everybody.
here.
Thank
Get
our
over
guests
here.
and those who are watching at home, if you're still watching. And last but not least, we would like to thank the European Award mascot, Yurio.
Yurio, thanks for being with us the entire evening. Yeah, we couldn't have done this without you. So how are you feeling, Yurio? Oh, Yurio. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.